It is 1 p.m. in Damascus. It's 3:30 p.m. in New Delhi. I'm Monita Rajpal.
And I'm Sep20. You're watching CNN. This is World One live from London.
Dozens of workers at the Marikana platinum mine in South Africa are returning to work after 6 weeks off the job. They had gone on strike over a wage dispute with the mine's owners, Lonmin. The miners have accepted a deal that sees pay increases ranging between 11 and 22%. Vic Van Vuren is the director of the International Labour Organization for East and Southern Africa. He joins us now on the phone from Pretoria. Thank you very much for being with us. Vic, what do you think of this deal?
Look, I think it's necessary in the situation that we find ourselves in.
Cartoons published in France have ignited protests in Afghanistan and Iran. Demonstrators are outside the French embassy in Tehran chanting "Death to France."
Last week, there were violent incidents in several countries over a film that portrays the prophet as a womanizing killer and a child molester. CNN's senior international correspondent Jim Bitterman has been following the story. He joins us now here in the studio. We normally see you in Paris, but it's nice for us to have you here. There has been a lot of talk about the potential fallout over this cartoon in Charlie Hebdo. We are seeing France bracing itself and certainly wrapping up the security.
In fact, there's a couple of different areas of security they're worried about. One of the first things we're going to see, so you have to let them do what they do. The Prime Minister himself issued a statement saying, in a sense, that he condemned the magazine for doing it, but he said that, he defended their right to do it.
All right, Jim, thank you very much for that. Jim Bitterman, it's good for us to have you here with us here in London. Thank you so much. A new poll in the U.S. is focusing on some controversial remarks made by Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney. At a meeting he thought was private, Romney said 47% of Americans saw themselves as victims who believe they are entitled to government help. Well, Mitt Romney spent Wednesday pushing back and trying to change the subject. At a campaign rally in Miami, Romney mentioned a 1998 tape of Barack Obama. Syrian rebels are now in control of a critical border checkpoint into Turkey. War increasingly pits Islamic sects against each other. Syria's Christians are finding themselves caught in the middle. CNN's Nick Robertson visited a Christian community in western Syria to find out where residents' loyalties lie.
Two iconic figures tower over the mountain village of Malula.
Welcome back. Well, all 32 clubs competing in this season's Champions League have played their opening group matches, and Chelsea's defense of their title started disappointingly. Alex Thomas has those details.
Yeah, sorry to say, Roberto Di Matteo says he and his Chelsea players feel disappointed and deflated. Wears his heart in his sleeve, very hard not to like Bubba Watson, one of the latest in the first round in world sport in just over 5 hours' time.
Yeah, it's interesting you're saying it is hard to be nice. I know that feeling.
And the only thing that hasn't changed about Bubba is his hair.
Yeah?
A lot more things for the Masters champion to do, but...
Yeah, I'm sure Tiger would like a few. That's apparently what you were saying Rory McIlroy was...
Apparently Tiger's been teased about his receding hairline.
Oh.
Bless him.
We don't have that problem.
Certainly not. You're watching World One live from London.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of the other stories we're talking about here on World One. Let's begin here, shall we? A British soldier in Afghanistan has given birth on the front line. The gunner for the Royal Artillery apparently had no idea she was pregnant. Her baby boy was born at the Camp Bastion Field Hospital on Tuesday. Mother and son are in stable condition and are preparing to fly to the UK. Now, you really got to feel sorry for Lindsay Lohan's Porsche. It seems to have been involved in yet another altercation, this time a hit and run in New York. Police say the actress was entering a car park when she hit a restaurant employee. Now, they say she left the scene of the accident and was arrested a few hours later. The man said to have been at the sharp end of the accident is in hospital with a knee injury. Lohan's representative told CNN it was much ado about nothing. Yeah, tell the guy in the hospital. Now, sex education is taught in school, but sometimes it can come too early. A mother in North Carolina says a glitch in her satellite TV service meant her kids who sat down to watch Lilo and Stitch, apparently the cartoon soon disappeared, only to be replaced by scenes from a porn movie. Yeah. Mrs. Georgie Brown had left the room by then, but she says she knew something was wrong when the sounds from the TV didn't seem right for Lilo and Stitch. See?
Well, Monita, there are new worries. Thanks, Mari. You're watching World One live from London. I'm Zain Virgin.
I'm Monita Rajpal. Thank you for joining us. We'll update you on the news headlines in just a couple of minutes right here on CNN.